For Purdue, Rich, ball security.
Yeah, absolutely. They cleaned it up in the win over Maryland. Matt Painter, of course, last year finally getting to that Final Four. Players that have been in the program for a long time.
They really have. Both these coaches are fighting for culture. You know what I mean, Ref? Like they have to do everything they can, keep guys in the program in this day and age of NIL and the transfer portal, and they're doing a great job. Purdue has no transfers.
Pretty impressive. They believe in the systems, too. Kids have bought in with the style of play. We mentioned the guard play, no question about it. Good leadership. Of course, mentioned the
atmosphere. And this is what you can prepare your team for in these games. Here we go.
And obviously with Purdue, a lot of fans here from there.
Rich and Jay. Purdue goes a little, wait a minute. Of course, you didn't like playing at the Fit either, did you?
Hey, Purdue's not a bad defensive team as well. They can defend you. Wade Taylor trying to trigger it in low.
That's a good example, Rich, too. They are solid.
And now, Texas A&M has struggled a little bit with turnovers themselves.
Good rotation. Long on the three was Colvin. Out of the game, Pharrell Payne is in for Texas A&M.
Nice drop-off here.
That was Hefner with the pass. Here's a look and see if we can find Coleman, number 15. And he goes down hard.
Got hit in the head there, maybe with a foot.
Looks good.
Big, strong kid.
Good.
Both teams coming off really nice wins. Purdue beating Maryland.
Oh, nice duck in on that play. Goodness.
Great pass by Taylor from out of bounds.
And
Smith's hands. They're going to put two guys on him here. Two guys again.
He does drag dribble, though, wisely. Nice sidestep.
Heidi uncorks a three.
They're going to put pressure on other guys besides Lawyer to knock down those open jumpers.
If Texas A&M can run and gets out and sees a shot, they will go.
That's a good point, Raph. They'll give that to Heidi coming behind. They're not going to give that shot to Lawyer.
Nice little jam.
Can take that. I'm surprised he passed that one up.
This is Taylor. Colvin on him. Phelps. Got it.
I like it.
Yeah, those two guards together are tough.
And they compliment one another. He sees the floor as well, Phelps. Nice compliment to Taylor.
And if Hefner starts shooting from three, they're not shooting the ball well as a team, but they're playing great defense and rebound. If they start making threes, they're dangerous.
Again, he left his feet, as you call, Jay.
Player of the year.
The only
so
one
their goal is to stop you.
The only one I dislike is Coach of the Year. You won it too often.
We never,
you're
never
right.
heard me complain about that one, did you?
But it does put pressure on the kid.
Yeah, and everybody's saying, I'm not letting the preseason player of the year beat us. So the kid's trying to live up to that.
Smith off the floor. Trey Kaufman-Wren will shoot the free throws.
And this is an area that he's got to step up.
Let's check in with John Rothstein. John?
All right.
Out of the game.
But you knew Smith was going to bounce back after a tough game against Penn State, as he did.
You're right.
With Maryland.
Cox getting smothered.
Look how
Shot
late.
clock down. Colvin misses the three.
And that's because they used 11 seconds to get into their action.
Look at the difference in the offense with Braden Smith out of the game.
Hefner a trail three. Colvin saves it. And then a travel and another turnover.
No, save it under your own basket. Oh, got away with one.
The game.
But you knew Smith was going to bounce back after a tough game against Penn State, as he did.
You're right.
With Maryland.
Cox getting smothered.
Look how
Shot
late.
clock down. Colvin misses the three.
And that's because they used 11 seconds to get into their action.
Look at the difference in the offense with Braden Smith out of the game.
Hefner a trail three. Colvin saves it. And then a travel and another turnover.
No, save it under your own basket. Oh, got away with one.
Painter, if you're a freshman.
They automatic switch here. They really communicate. Under 10 again with nothing in mind. And Wren really hasn't many touch. They got to go to him.
There's the touch. There's
Nice.
the double. And it's a foul. Anderson Garcia came in, blocked the shot, but a whistle beforehand.
He does have some activity, but anytime you can get this guy down in this area, Jay, I think you got to take advantage. The perimeter defense is excellent. I think the post defense can be a little lax.
And it just showed you their commitment to.
And that's going to stay with Texas A&M.
You know what's interesting to me, guys? The guards for A&M are getting into the lane more than I thought they would. Wade Taylor in the lane again. Once you get in the lane, as we all know, that breaks down the defense. That's how they get to the offensive glass also.
And they're playing small right now, Purdue. They should be able to stop them.
And
There he
Garcia
is. Stepping out as well. That's his 6th-3 of his year. Not bad numbers, really.
He's over 33% now. Rodman never did that.
Texas A&M on top, 17-10. Wade Taylor the fourth. To a 2 for that last shot. It's an 8-0 run, but look at the most career points. They think he's going to get there probably in February.
That's not Albert's brother, by the way.
No.
Just so people know.
But that Bernard King was a terrific player.
Exactly. But he has got it going. We mentioned his ability to turn the course of the year.
Watch him, number 10. If he catches it, it's going up.
He loved to pick the dribble up.
Smith a hand on it. 5 turnovers for the Aggies.
Needs some easy baskets early. Nice recovery.
Braden Smith needs to keep the ball in his hands. He needs to be the playmaker. Once he gives it up, to not let him get it back.
Boy, they are guarding inside.
Long 3. Got it.
It's a killer.
Braden Smith.
I'll tell you, for the moment. That's him. What do you need, Coach?
In there. Zurich Phelps back in as well. This is Phelps for 3. Knocks it in.
Always like this kid. The more you watch him, talking about his ability to drive, and sets up when they score too, Jay, get right into this diamond zone.
And they got to get it out of Braden Smith's hands. He's killed them now with 2 deep threes. Can't go under ball screens on him, and you can't let him get the ball back.
And that's the automatic switch. Length on him now.
No time for Smith.
You see it underneath.
Raph, this is what you talk about in attacking pressure. Look at that. There's 4 people defensively up around half court. Diagonal skip passes kill the 1-2-2 press because everyone's loaded to the ball side of the floor. So if you attack it immediately, you're going to beat that one man that's back.
And Berg did a nice job sealing in the lane, too.
Garcia was the player down. It's his second personal, and he's up right now.
They're going away from the ball screen so he can ISO one of them. I think that's smart on Matt Painter's point.
Carter cut off. Inside to Payne. And Pharrell Payne with a strong bucket.
That's his game.
What a finish.
What a total release for him, huh?
Got him from Minnesota. He didn't even start at Minnesota. He's probably the best athlete on the team. And that's a
good job. Come in solid, gives Ren a blow. Now they're going to play the 2 bigs together. But the one thing about Buzz's guys, they compete every trip. So you've got to value the ball. They can get in spurts with turnovers and create some points.
2 shots coming. Pharrell Payne.
Struggles on the line here. 45.
It's tough when you...
CBS Monday, grab your gear.
Because they're taking it away, but he's beating them on the closeouts, getting to the rim. He's got 8 points already.
He's the perfect complement to Braden Smith.
Absolutely. He looks for him in that open floor, any opportunity he gets.
Those guys have started every game since they've been here. Braden Smith and Fletcher Lawyer. And look for later in the game, they always find each other. When Braden Smith drives, Fletcher Lawyer will come behind him. He'll stop and throw back to him for a 3. Lawyer credit there, though. He never slid his feet. He never moved. Usually when you try to slide to take, it's a pretty good call.
Gentlemen, that's 9 turnovers right now for Texas A&M. That can't continue if the Aggies want to win this game.
They only averaged 12. Nice step back.
Cox from the baseline.
Ren had his guy, too.
Taylor pushing.
Got to get it back to Taylor. Taylor's feeling it.
Payne in the block. Garcia back in the game with 2 fouls. That's Phelps a long 3. Hefner keeps it alive.
Look, it is combat.
Taylor short.
Look at the combat today. They got numbers here.
They cut and move the ball.
They do.
Better than anybody in the country. Braden Smith, this is not a mismatch.
Neil was a teammate, good friend of ours in the program as well. Drives Coach Painter nuts with his suggestions, but other than that, just love the guy, and God bless him.
He's the guy that recruited Glenn Robinson to Purdue.
That's right.
Kick out. Smith again. Missed the three.
Nice follow. He's a good rebounder first.
Taken away. Texas A&M.
Taylor could let it go from here. Kaufman-Wren's getting it inside. That's where he's dangerous.
Payne.
Wow. You mentioned it. What a defensive sequence that was. You're going against a guy that drop steps and really can nail that jump hook. Heidi coming in, but right here, I like, as you mentioned, that elbow entry for him. But look at this recovery. That is sensational.
He's a shot clock violation they can check.
You're going to have to go to a possession arrow, too. There's nobody really have possession, right? Right?
I didn't see if that hit.
Yeah.
It may have
Grazed.
it might have grazed.
Previous call on the court is up for review.
It looked like it just changed a little, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The rotation sped up.
It's like Jay's
White's ball. 20 seconds on the shot clock.
So they
There's
went to
your
the
answer?
arrow.
Yep.
They went to the arrow.
So finish your thought, though. Why would you say it about Purdue?
I think Matt offensively has one of the brightest minds in the game right now. Offensively, they run more complex cuts and teach their players more intelligent thinking offensively than anybody in the country.
And what's the difference without Edey to this offense this year as opposed to last day? This is a terrific matchup. Of course, we've got Army-Navy coming up later on CBS. This is SEC and Big Ten, two top 20 teams.
Jace Carter at the top of the press is imposing.
He is. Again, we talk about their ability to connect, switch on them, particularly Smith.
Purdue is having a, now they're in that matchup wrap.
Yeah.
This is the matchup right here. They get to the high ball screen.
Heidi, look at the post. Little half-court action here.
This is really affecting Purdue's ability to get into their motion offense, this press.
Final seconds, first half. Smith driving.
Look at the coverage.
And a steal.
You don't want to foul if you're Purdue.
And a half-court heave from Carter.
Did they harass on the streets? They'd be locked up.
Physical for sure. Number 7. Rich Waltz, Jay Wright, Bill Raftery, John Rothstein joins us shortly. This was physical and fun in the first half.
It was.
For us.
Exactly. I wouldn't want to be able to take that beating. But I think Texas A&M's three-quarter court pressure and their half-court pressure is taking Purdue, who is the cleanest offensive team in the country, out of what they do. Braden Smith only has 1 assist. He averages 8 a game.
They don't let you play clean, though, A&M.
Yeah.
I mean, it's dirty.
We heard them talk about that. Buzz never says the word, but he says two. When two's got the ball, let's make sure we never left two alone. And the couple times they did leave him alone, at the top he drilled threes.
It's the fun part of the game, right? You want to see the adjustments by Buzz Williams and Matt Painter.
I would like to see the guards go down and under a little bit, hide Lawyer a little, get him involved that way, get into their normal offensive scheme because...
But he's a facilitator and gets other people's shots.
Fletcher Lawyer with the foul. It's his 3rd.
Only 2 assists a game, Jay, to your point, but it's the pass that leads to the pass kind of a deal.
Exactly. And Lawyer's been their biggest offensive weapon. They've got to keep him out of foul trouble.
Phelps. Heidi with the rebound. Let's see if Purdue can get a little tempo into this game.
Yeah, no easy baskets, though. Great recovery skills by A&M.
Here's that post feed. They force them to the baseline, and they double get-back guys. We'd send 2 to the glass, have 3 get-back guys against these types of teams.
Good containment on Phelps here by Smith. Show by Wren and a roll. Nice hands by Smith.
Purdue forces a turnover. Lob. Colvin. Catch and finish.
Got to score off your defense.
Smart play by Colvin.
Yep.
Great look and smart play. Not trying to dunk that.
And this crowd back in it. This is essentially a...
Doesn't have a 3 yet. And he's done such a great job scoring, which he really didn't do last year.
They're running him off the line a little bit, too.
And he's hurting them. He's still hurting them with floaters and getting to the rim.
And you mentioned earlier the Penn State game, Smith with the 2 fouls. That was a problem at the guard spot.
I think that's what turned the game in the first half, and it was tough for them to recover.
You get excited when there's an open floor opportunity, right?
Now, they've got to get Trey Kaufman-Renn going. He averages 19 a game, doesn't have a bucket.
You're right, Rich. He's their leading scorer, and you watch here, now when they get it to him, they take him to the middle of the floor, draw the double team, and a lot of space for Cam Heide to cut behind the defense. Trey Kaufman-Renn, when he gets in a post, causes a lot of problems, and he dumps it down to Heide for the dunk. They got to get him in the middle of the floor to draw that double team up high so he can dump it low or kick it out opposite.
But mad at the guard's not coming to help him out. But if he had just looked inside, looming large, look, that's exactly what Matt's saying.
Exactly.
Look inside, you got the big guy Berg begging.
And you can tell Matt Painter is trying to find every different way to get Trey Kaufman-Renn a touch. They're bringing him out away from the basket. They're putting him in the high post. They're trying to play through him, like you said, Raph. But Texas A&M is doing a great job.
Oh, Payne on the other end.
How about Smith, too? Got the foul, but great effort to get there.
Check in with John.
All right, Rich. Well, Texas A&M entering this season was obviously highly viewed by many because it returned 82.5% of its scoring from last year's team that won a game in the NCAA tournament. But the Aggie staff methodically put together a troika of newcomers. All 3 are in the game right now. Zurich Phelps, C.J. Wiltshire, and Pharrell Payne. Those 3 transfers extending that Aggies rotation that, again, returned 82.5%.
Our season. Turnover here.
Taylor forced it. The big man, Berg, the Swede, sticks his nose in it, ties it up. Buzz Williams, Purdue, Texas A&M, and a 5-point lead for the Aggies at the same site. Little fast analysis brought to you by
And Kaufman-Renn, and they just played 2-man basketball together.
I think they got away with one there.
Pharrell Payne with his second foul.
Let's see if Phelps goes at Braden Smith here, knowing that Braden Smith's got 3.
I like the automatic switching out here, too. Keep Smith out of harm's way.
Phelps rotates. Answer. Pharrell Payne, it's a walk.
And he stood him up, too. Trey Kaufman-Renn. Some physical play, a little counteract.
Buzz is just picking out ISOs.
Moving the legs pretty good. Held his ground gorgeous.
That's 2 possessions in a row. Braden Smith did it, and then Trey Kaufman-Renn just did it defensively. And we give Texas A&M the credit for defense. Purdue's pretty good, too.
Oh, they are good, no question.
That's an unfair stat because you never know who Buzz is going to start.
True.
Carter.
Nice rebound collectively. Lawyer of the open floor. He is not. Look at that hand.
Chase Carter.
Goodness.
Their activity, even in transition defense.
Purdue now, 14 turnovers.
Well, they say, Jay, the footwork is impeccable in the low post area.
Lawyer driving. Kind of muscled it up.
Look at this
That's
effort.
a spectacular rebound by Carter.
All of them. Leave it out there.
They're so deep, and they all defend, and they all rebound.
Incredible.
And they've got great experience. There's only one junior that plays. The rest are graduate students and seniors.
And Jay, you felt the same thing at Marquette. They got after
Now,
that, right?
then they get a new 10.
Yeah, they called it. Yeah, I saw him talking to the officials. He had to. I mean, with this devastating defense, the way they just get into you.
Yeah, he's got just 2 left, though, in a tight game here. 59-50.
It's not easy because a lot is on his shoulders. He's got to score, he's got to run the offense, not getting much punch inside from Renn. Plus the tenacious ability, all spots.
And this is getting a little reminiscent of...
Oh, we got an injury, too.
That's
Smith on an ankle.
Smith down, holding that right ankle.
Wow. Man, I hope he's all right.
He's the heart and soul of this team. 13
He
points,
is.
9
is.
assists.
He is.
He is a gamer, too. I mean, I don't think you want to go one-on-one with this guy with gloves on. He just came down wrong there on his own.
Good.
Athletic.
They're not going away.
He is something around the rim, Heidi.
They're not going away. They've got time. They get a couple stops here. They're in a good spot.
Purdue had gone 7 minutes without a point, and they get 2 buckets on their last 2 possessions.
I think they got to get back into rhythm a little bit. Late in the shot clock may hurt them.
Taylor throws it up on the rim.
That was off white shirts, I think.
That should be Texas A&M ball, and it is. Fouls to give.
And they'll use them. They don't.
No,
no. He won't say foul. He'll just say pick up the intensity because it doesn't matter if we foul.
A run and jump for the first time. Did it out of Smith's hands.
Look, they're face guard him. Look at Chase Carter. Now they switched.
Switch him off.
Purdue can hit threes. 3rd in the nation in percentage.
Carter's just swallowing up Smith.
Smith, that's a 3. And Payne.
Of all time, tap backs on foul shots. But we would tell the guys down the stretch at the end of the game the tap back isn't worth an offensive foul. But they're not shooting one-on-one yet.
Especially not worth the 4th foul on Payne, and he's on the bench.
And John Chaney used to lift everybody, if you remember.
Yes, take everybody off the foul line.
Smith in traffic.
Look at the recovery.
Heidi driving. Heidi
Heidi Ho!
Big right hand.
Big time.
Basketball shot, as Buzz calls it, and an offensive rebound.
Clock down again. And a travel.
But they have stepped up defensively, Purdue a little bit.
We check in with John Rothstein. John?
All right, Rich. Wade Taylor was knee to the groin. He's okay. He's just walking it off right now with the Texas A&M trainer. He's okay. Just took a knee to the groin, Rich.
Gotcha. Thank you, John. Aggies did eat up a bunch of clock, even though they didn't get points there.
Eat quick hitters right now. He's got to go into
The physicality in this one.
You want to play college basketball?
Yeah, man.
Oh, you're going to sleep after this one. Both teams spending great energy, effort. The follicle foul earlier.
And Texas A&M brings it, and Purdue didn't back down for a second.
No.
Purdue's a physical team. And really the difference, we're talking about the physicality and the rebounding and the turnovers. Texas A&M has shot it from 3 like they have in no other game. Texas A&M has won 5 games. Up and red inside either that we could throw it into. To your point, you got your leading scorer in there, you probably better give it to him.
You saw Wade Taylor still on the bench. Basicki hits a free throw. 14 seconds away from another signature win for the SEC. They have so many of them stockpiled already through November and half of December. They dominated the ACC Challenge, 14-2 in that one.
Have you ever had a team that you coached